Hey guys, it's Karina with Karina Loves to Plan. Welcome back to my channel. So here I am back in my happy planner, the big love letters planner for, I guess, week 4 of the challenge. For the challenge of our lettering challenge to continue for the week of Monday, January 25th through to Sunday, January 31st. I've got, again, the big love letters planner, but then I've also got my tracing paper, which I've cut out to fit in here, but also punched. So this doesn't actually come with the planner. This is something separate, but I actually like to include it in here so I get more practice. And then I will also be using my Tombow Food Nosque hard tip brush pen. So I will be following along with according to Allie's challenge as well as Heather Kell's challenge, so you guys can see both. I'd love your feedback on what you guys want to see in February. I have loved doing this. But I also want to know what you guys want to do continuing on in February. All right, let's get started. So the first letter for this week, for January 25th, is the letter Y. And for the letter Y, the capital letter looks very, very similar to the lowercase letter. So the capitals always seem to start with a little flick like this, and then down, up 3/4 of the way, down, and up. Do that one more time. So it starts with a little flick like this, down and up, similar to the letter U, but then down, similar to the letter G. See how shaky I am there? I've got to do that again. I'm actually going to take this out of the discs so it's easier to work with. There we go. So you see that this is a little straighter. I'm trying to really work on the transition. So little flick, down, up 3/4, and down and around. And then the lowercase y, there's a couple of ways that you can do this. The one that that you can see sometimes is go up, down, and then up and around. Notice how this is very similar to kind of the way you would do like a letter N. So it's kind of practicing this stroke. Before you actually get into the Y, practice this stroke where you go up, down, up, down, up, down. So then it's starting to look like this. The other way is, and actually not doing that little space between the two here, is actually just going, starting from the bottom, go up, down, there we go. Which one do you guys prefer? I'm actually, oops, I got pens on this. I'm gonna go ahead and practice both of these here. But if you are unsure of which one you want to do practice this stroke a little bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my tracing paper, get these pens out of the way here, and go ahead and do some more practice. All right, and now the word for Heather for the 25th is the word project. And all of the letters we've already covered. So it's the letter P, R, O, J, E, C, T. I'll do that a few more times here in real time. So the P, then connect to the R, and then you can lift up your pen there, and then start the O over here, go down, and then start the J, lift your pen between the J and the E, lift your pen between the E and the C, there we go. And it is absolutely okay, like I said, to lift your pen between strokes. Because brush lettering is not like cursive. Project. All right, I'm gonna do A few more on the tracing paper. All right, so the last letter in the alphabet is the letter Z. Now, the letter Z is actually not too difficult to do. It's actually the same pretty much lowercase and uppercase. So the uppercase, you actually start here, thin stroke up, then down, and then thin stroke up, down, and then up like that. You can do the exact same thing for lowercase. So lowercase is just basically the half-size version of this. So you start from the bottom, work your way halfway to the top, go down, and then down and around. So it kind of looks like, if you're looking at it, like a number 3. So again, do the capital. You start from, it always seems like this point here is where all of the capital letters start. So here, go up, all the way down, halfway up, all the way down. There you go. Then lowercase. I'm going to actually work on connecting the uppercase to the lowercase, so just watch here. And then instead of lifting my pen, go straight into the lowercase. I was going to say, I don't know any words with double Z in it, but then I thought pizza. Yeah, pizza has 2 Z's in it. There we go. That looks really cool, actually. Although I can't really tell those are Z's. All right, I'm going to do a few more practice ones on my tracing paper, and then we'll move on to Heather's word. All right, so then moving on to Heather's word. Heather's word for the 26th is change. Actually, that's a great one. So the word change, start with the letter C. Then the letter H. Letter A. N. G. E. I love that. All right, so just a couple more. Again, start from the bottom, go up, then letter C, H, A, N, G, E. And then one more time. I gotta work on my pressure. There we go. I'm gonna do a few more on my tracing paper. And then we'll go from there. Now for these next 2 days here, I actually want to practice with you guys a couple of drills. So things like the entrance stroke, which we connect to the short full pressure stroke. So that will look like something like this. So this is the entrance stroke. I can do it down here. The entrance stroke and then the full pressure stroke. So I want you guys to actually practice. Don't worry about that third one. I screwed that up. So this is the entrance stroke and then the full pressure downstroke. So practice that for a row, because that is actually something that will be important when connecting letters. So connect the two. So you can start with the entrance stroke, which is this. So you can practice with those. Oh, I need to work on that. And then connect it to the full pressure stroke. So entrance stroke, full pressure. Entrance stroke, full pressure. Entrance stroke, full pressure. So I will do a few of those, and then we'll do a couple of understroke drills and overstroke drills, and then we'll do Heather's word. So basically, oh gosh, I'm going too fast for you guys, sorry. This is the entrance stroke. This is the entrance stroke connected to the short full pressure stroke. So practice these for a few and then these for a few. So I will do a couple of rows with just that. These are two actually very important strokes that you will use as the basis for all of your letters. So keep practicing, and actually this is important because you are transferring from one type of pressure to another. The other stroke that I want you guys to also look at is the understroke. So the understroke is basically this. You start at the middle and you go down and then up. So it looks like a letter U. So you can practice the individual ones, and when you've got the hang of that, then you move on to trying to connect three. So this is where you're not lifting your brush pen. Start here, go down, lift up, down, lift up, down, lift up. And you're really working on the pressure so that here it is very even. And then when you're comfortable with three, try to connect that for as long as you can. Just like that. I'm running out of room. There you go. So I'm going to practice a few of those on my tracing paper. All right, so those are actually two really important drills. I want you guys to take the time to be able to practice those because that's really focusing on the pressure. Now for Heather's challenge for the 27th, it is patience. Oh, and I love that because it goes along with practicing the drills. So patience, start with the letter P, upstroke, full stroke down, around, letter A, T, I, E, N. Notice how I picked up my pen, C, E. Try that one more time here. Oh, my paper's coming out. And it doesn't have to look exactly like what I've got, because the great thing about brush lettering is that you develop your own style. So I'm going to do a few more on the tracing paper. The next drill I want you guys to work on is actually the overturn stroke drill. So it's kind of opposite of that. You still, or where am I? It's opposite of that. So you're starting from the bottom, going up, then full stroke down. So it is very different from this in that you're not stopping at the top. You're kind of going around in a curve, because this, you stop, I don't even know if you guys can see that. With this, you go up and then straight down. Whereas this one, you're curving as you go around. So this is the overturn stroke. See, and like I need to go back to basics as well. It's been great studying the letters, but going back to basics will help with all of these in the future. See, that one looks more like this, so I need to work on the curvature. There we go. And then once you've got that down, then you can try and connect them. So it'll look like the letter M. Well, that was terrible. That is not the way I wanted it to look. Okay, so And then it really you're looking at the spacing between these. If it's too close together, it really makes it hard for you, whereas you can tell the difference in the spacing. So then we'll do a few more. Yeah, I need to work on this. All right, I'm gonna do a few more practice ones on my tracing paper. That is not too bad. I then want you guys to, this one is going to be a little bit more difficult because you're combining those. This is a compound curve drill. So basically with the compound curve, you are starting like this, but then moving up. So like that, like the letter X. Or the beginning of the lowercase y. So you're looking really at the pressure here and the pressure here. So you're curving and not going straight down. Because if you were going straight down, it would look like this. And that's not what you want. We want this. Look at the smoothness. That one, not so much. See how close it is here. We want it to be a little spaced a little bit further apart. Now you don't have to move on as fast as I am in these drills. You can focus on one for one day and then do another 15 minutes on another one the next day so that that was not great. So I'm going to do another row of these and then we'll do Heather's word for the day. How are you guys doing with those drills? So then the next word in Heather's challenge is endurance, which I think is actually perfect for what we're doing. You gotta have the patience and the endurance in order to be able to keep going with this. So start with the letter E, N, D, U. My hand is shaking now. R, A, N, C, E. I'm gonna work on my grip here. One more time and then I will practice on my tracing paper. And you guys have to get the basics first so that you guys can work on the pressure. Don't worry if you can't do these words yet. They're definitely a great starting point. Well, no, that's wrong. They're a great challenge for you if you want to push yourself that way. But it's always best, like I think even they say it in ballet, like go back to the basics. We'll do a couple more in real time here. And I realize these videos are long and I don't necessarily think that you guys want to stick around for an hour-long video. But I know it helps you guys to see these done over and over again. But I also have to say it does take a lot of time for me to film these videos as well as edit them. So, something I have to think about come February. Alright, so there's a few more for endurance. So those are the first 4 days of the week. So for day 29, you can either continue to do the drills, or in Allie's challenge, she's doing the word and. So get this started on the paper first. Start with the letter A. Oops. And wow, I need work on this too. D. Okay, let's do another one because that did not go the way I wanted it to. Yeah, my pressure is off. And see, that's why it's so important to go back to those drills, because you can see my pen pressure is off. Like there. Ooh, not happy with that. Keep going for a few more. And don't do what I'm doing, where you do all the drills in the span of an hour, because your hand will be shaking by the end of it. 15 minutes a day really is all you need to get that practice. Ah! All right, move on to the tracing paper, Karina. Okay, and then the word for Heather is 29th. Focus. Oh, goodness, I could not see that for the life of me. The word focus. So starting with the letter F, go up. That is wrong. Okay, now I have to go back to the way that I was doing letter F, because even I forgot how to do the letter F. It happened. This is why the practice is so important. Okay, so letter F, you actually don't go that way. You actually start from here and then go around down. Which S do you prefer? Do you prefer that one or that one? Number 1 or number 2? Sorry if I'm not talking through these. It requires a lot of my focus. I know, cheesy. But also, my hand is starting to shake. You can tell with these lines here. All right, just a few more on the tracing paper. And now for Allie's word on the 30th, it will be the word the. So starting from down here for the letter T, go up, lift your brush and then go down, up, around for the H and down. I'm gonna do a few in the proper, the non-stylized way, and then I'm gonna do a few on the tracing paper that are a bit more bouncy. But I really want you guys to focus. I mean, if you're still unsure of like the pressure, work on that. Because that's the key thing with brush lettering, is the pressure. Whoops, I forgot the upstroke. Yeah. See, I need practice. I've been doing iPad lettering for so long, and then I took a long break, and now it is needed. So now I'm actually going to go to the tracing paper and do a few more in a bit more of a stylized, bouncy type of word. So there's a few different ways that it's stylized. Now for Heather's word, the word is winter. which is very suitable because it is totally snowing outside. So this kind of goes with the entrance stroke to the downstroke. So let's try the W to the I, N, T, E, R. So now when you're thinking about connecting the words, you're really looking at the end stroke and the beginning stroke. So for the W ends up high. So then the I can start from up there rather than having to go down. And then the finishing stroke of the I goes into the beginning stroke of the N. And then the finishing stroke of the N becomes the beginning stroke of the T. And so on and so forth. So do that again. All right, I'll do a few more practice ones. A little bouncy, add a little bounce to these ones. The last word that we are doing for the month of January for Allie's challenge is your name. So this is going to give you actually the confidence to be able to, well, practice a little more, connect the letters, but also if you can actually, use this to be able to put this into your planner. So I always like to do mine all lowercase. So letter K. And I actually am not a fan of lettering my name. I don't know why. All right, try one more. Gosh, nervous for this one. And then if you don't want to do it this way, I actually prefer this. My hands are shaking. All right, I'm gonna do a few bouncy ones here, but I want you guys to practice your name. And what are the letters that you like in it? What are the letters you feel like you could work on a little bit? For me, it's the letter K, definitely. All right. Gosh, my hand is getting tired. So we are on the last word, which is reflect. And it's actually really good because I want you guys to think about how far you've come in this last month. I did that wrong already. Think how far you've come in this last month with consistent practice. And then if you feel like you want to repeat this challenge again, you certainly can do so. And I say challenge, but if you repeat these videos again, if you feel like you need those practices or practice, then absolutely, this is what these videos are here for, so that you can come back and practice. I don't know if it's me, but I'm not a fan of the way this pen is writing. Yeah, or maybe it's just my hand being very shaky. Tell me, what are you guys going to do after January? I'm still unsure what I'm going to do in terms of, am I going to do more brush lettering videos? I'm still absolutely not sure. So we'll see. The response has been good to these brush lettering videos, but they do take up a lot of time and they're very long videos. So I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. What would you like to see in future videos if I continue these? what would help keep you practicing. I'm not a fan of how these are turning out. Maybe it's just the combination of the F and the L. But yes, please, I'd love your feedback on what's worked for you with these videos, what hasn't, if you would like to see more, let me know. All right, last one. Okay. So there is the finished week. Congratulations, you guys. You finished 1 whole month of brush lettering. That's fantastic. You guys can keep this up with daily practice. It only takes 15 minutes. Even if you're just practicing the drills, it is still helping you with your grip strength, and the different pressures that you're doing. All right, but that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a great day.